Commander, I failed you. I put the whole operation in jeopardy when I told Yuri that the world leaders were meeting in London. As of this moment, I'm tending my resignation.
Hogwash! You're a vital part of this team, Lieutenant. If you think you're the only officer ever to have his brain twisted by that maniac, you're free to leave. Otherwise, I won't hear any more foolishness about resignations. Are you with us?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now let's concentrate on finding this madman before he can do any more damage.
General, I think I have something.
Well, let's hear it.
I've been triangulating Yuri's transmissions, sir. I believe I've tracked his location.
Good to have you back, Lieutenant. Well, I'll be dipped in molasses. He's holed up in the Antarctic. Okay, this is it, Commander. The whole enchilada. Prepare to move out.
Our forces will deploy at Tierra del Fuego, at the southernmost tip of South America. You'll have to repair this abandoned Soviet base. The cliffs surrounding the Antarctic shoreline make a naval assault impossible. Once you get radar up and running, we'll chrono in an MCV. Yuri's transmissions are coming from the east. We're rooting for you, Commander. The whole world is watching and waiting. Battle control online.
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play the final level of the Red Alert 2 Allied campaign. It's time to get started and build our base. We're going to be starting with a Soviet base representing the friendship that we currently enjoy of the Soviet Empire. We shall send these two remaining engineers off to the countryside because there are things that they can capture over there. But yes, we'll be defending this Soviet installation. And as soon as we build a radar tower, then that's when the next phase of the mission will begin. We have the freedom to take as long as we choose in that regard. We can ensure that the base is nice and defended and that the economy is established before we progress with the next part of the mission.
Oil refinery capture.
Capture that oil derrick, which is excellent. I have missed over here. I think it's down here, the thing I'm looking for. Let's place the oil refinery and then get started on the barracks. Once again, we don't want to build the radar tower until the last possible moment. Okay, gems are being collected. We'll need these gems.
Construction complete.
I'll place the barracks here and place the battle bunker here. The battle bunker is a constructible, garrisonable structure. It also has the advantage that it can be repaired using the repair tool as opposed to requiring an engineer. We'll be getting some battle bunkers. We need a wave of conscripts actually.
Unit ready.
We'll get a nice juicy amount of them. 22 or so should do. We'll now get started on the war factory.
Construction complete.
And we'll get these conscripts to garrison this communication center over there. It's worth getting that repaired because it's quite a nice garrisonable structure.
Waiting orders.
Okay, these new ones shall go over here and garrison this battle bunker, which can contain 5 troops.
Conscript reporting.
Unit ready.
Okay, we can have one more in here. You might as well go in there. You guys can go into this one.
For the Union.
Okay, these.
Unit ready.
We need a handful more.
Conscript reporting.
You guys can destroy these two V3s, please. Okay.
Conscript reporting.
War factory is complete. That is excellent. Let's get the Tesla reactor now.
Construction options.
Comrade, you are sure?
We'll now place a battle bunker here, and these guys can garrison it.
Conscript reporting. Moving out.
As you can see, Yuri is already harassing us. That is fine though. Actually, we have one more battle bunker that we need.
Structure garrison.
Conscript reporting.
Okay, we need one more conscript to garrison all of the battle bunkers that we have constructed.
For the Union.
We'll place that battle bunker there and garrison it as well. We're now going to get some Tesla reactors to power our base because we need a lot of flak cannons. Air attacks are quite a possibility against this base, so flak cannons will keep it nice and safe. And this engineer can capture this tech machine shop. Let's get some war miners constructing while we're waiting for the flak cannons to be built. There'll be 4 flak cannons that we need. That should be sufficient to hold off any floating disc attacks that will come our way. So far so good though, everything's developing quite nicely. You can see there's some gems there. We'll harvest once these gems are all exhausted. And yeah, things are progressing quite nicely. You can hear some of Yuri's initiates unloading from
Construction complete.
an amphibious transport on the coast, but we don't particularly mind.
Building.
Our existing defences are more than adequate for handling such threats. The war miners, of course, are doing a good job collecting all the various gems and dropping them off at the ore refinery. I don't know how the ore refinery can refine both gems and ore, but apparently it can, and that's useful.
Construction
We're
complete.
going to queue up the radar tower. We're not going to place it down until we're good and ready. I want to make sure that the defences are truly in hand before we progress to the next part of the mission.
Insufficient funds.
And of course, that the economy is in order. The ore derrick is certainly nice. Machine shop will obviously help in keeping our war miners nice and healed up against harassment. Once this flat cannon's down, we'll then progress with the remainder of the mission. This Soviet base is looking nice and secure at this time. Of course, each of these, when they come back, will drop off $2 grand each in cash, which is excellent. There are some tanks harassing, but it's not really a problem. Battle bunkers are more than capable of holding off these threats. We'll be using battle bunkers extensively throughout the mission. Excuse me. Not doing anything else right now. Not really. I think we're basically good. We're just waiting for these war miners to come back to the refinery. They're going to drop off a ton of cash, and then we'll continue with the remainder of this mission. Okay. Space is a little bit at a premium in this level, just because of how large this base can become. Let's place down this flat cannon, and then we'll place down this radar. We'll place it, I guess, next to the other communications station. We'll actually put it here. Got the battle lab under construction.
We're searching for a suitable landing zone to chrono in your MCV. Just hold off Yuri's forces for a little longer.
Not a problem. Yuri's forces have been not a concern whatsoever at this time. So yes, we'll build up to the battle lab tier. We want to get all of the Soviet equipment out as soon as we can. Nuclear missile silo, nuclear reactor, industrial plant, a new Yuri's Revenge exclusive. Since Soviet unfortunately lost all of the psychic-based stuff. It makes sense that they did, but they did. And it is regrettable. Let's make sure all of these battle bunkers are nice and repaired, and they are. Excellent.
Our base is under attack.
Gatling cannon?
Construction
Not a
complete.
problem. Gatling cannon still taken care of.
New construction.
Let's get the nuclear reactor.
Building. Repairing.
The Allied MCV will arrive now.
Teleporting troops arriving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Construction warning. Psychic dominator detected. Warning. Genetic mutator detected. Repairing.
That garbage went everywhere. Nonetheless, though, we can now get started with this Allied base that's being deployed.
We don't have much time, Commander. Build up your base in Antarctica quickly before Yuri can overrun your
Destination
position.
command to go.
Eva's quite right to be concerned. We'll make sure to scout out the immediate area. We'll then build our base. There's a large number of gems and ore here that we do want to collect.
Construction.
We'll be using battle bunkers to defend, of course, because battle bunkers are amazing. We'll get the Allied barracks so we can get troops into that battle bunker and then capture these oil derricks. That'll be very useful.
Construction complete. Primary
So we'll set that
building
as primary, get 2 engineers and a bunch of
New
GIs.
construction
Oh,
options.
here's some engineers. We want to make sure we don't let those
Ready.
Of course.
get things
Unit ready.
happening. Let's get the next item of technology, which will be the ore refinery.
Analyze
Capture
schematics.
that
Need a
and
repair?
capture this.
Plans
Unit
right
ready.
here.
We have access to the spy plane, which we can use because we have that Soviet radar tower. So, we'll send out the spy plane now to do some scouting. And we'll get these GIs to garrison these battle bunkers that we're building. That'll be very excellent. While we're getting things done,
Garrison.
we're going to set this as
Construction
primary
complete.
and queue up over
Primary
there. We're going to get
building
us some
selected.
other technology. Some Navy SEALs and such would be good.
Construction complete.
We'd also like to get some spies and other assorted items like that. We'll get the Navy SEALs now.
Structure garrison.
My concern, of course, actually, I'm a little bit concerned. We want to make sure we get deal with the genetic mutators soon. But first, we'll get this deployed now.
Destination commander? Outstanding.
Here we are. Let's get back into position. Let's get more battle bunkers.
Primary
We'll actually get
buildings
some more
selected.
GIs out for now, I think.
Training.
10 more will do.
Unit ready.
Excellent.
We can make
Let's get these IFVs back over here.
Base is under attack.
As you can hear, floating discs are now being produced.
Force shield ready.
We need to make sure we deal with that.
Repairing.
Get a Nighthawk transport, so I think we need to get the Allied War Factory up as soon as we can.
Building.
Let's get the battle bunkers. As you can see over here, this region actually does have a capturable structure and a large amount of ore and gems that we would like to take advantage of, so we shall be doing just that shortly. Let's get some GIs into here,
On the move.
Structure garrisoned. Construction complete.
and then we'll get access to the Air Force Command Headquarters, which we will need to
Construction
gain
complete.
access to the Allied Battle Lab.
Sir, if you can combine Soviet technology with our own, you should be able to come up with some interesting results. It could give you the edge you need. Our base is under
Oh no, he's levitating our stuff.
structure garrisoned.
We've got to be careful because if it lands on other things, it will actually crush and deal a lot of damage.
Unit ready.
We don't want to be having crush problems.
Ready. Our base
Let's
is
put
under
down the Air Force Command Headquarters
New
here.
construction options. Repairing.
Okay, we'll set this as primary, get an engineer out.
Our base is under attack. Ore miner under attack.
So far, so good. That's all I have to say. Get the Allied Battle Lab. We're going to get an ore purifier as soon as possible. Let's get you into there, please.
Our base is under attack.
Let's start repairing up our battle bunkers as the UFOs are in orbit. We need interceptors. We need barracudas. Or flat cannons. Flat cannons seem to be doing just fine, actually. You
Base is
splat.
under attack.
Excellent.
Repairing.
Need a lift.
Let's get you over here so we can get access to this region. Okay, so far, doing okay. But I'm concerned about vehicles like the Magnetron, which is Yuri's siege weapon. They can pick up tanks and lift them into the air, rendering them helpless for the duration. We'll get a nuclear missile silo now. And then probably a spy setup link.
Base is under attack.
I want to make sure we get all of the various pieces of equipment that we need. Weather control device, of course. Once I've got the essentials from here, I'm then probably go for an Allied repair depot, actually. Just to make sure I can have a backup
Repairing.
MCV if I need it. You never know when things might go wrong. Let's deploy and capture this oil derrick.
Analyzing schematic.
Oil refinery
There we are.
captured.
Excellent.
Requiring additional resources.
It'll also give us another island to expand to next to Tierra del Fuego out here.
Construction complete.
Ore purifier is ready. Let's place this down here. Okay, now we want to get a Soviet ore refinery. Soviet, because in case there's any harassment, the ore miner can then fend for itself. Always useful. That actually has no units in it.
Primary building.
We need to build one unit so we can bait out the genetic
New
mutator.
rally point established.
How did that happen? How did I know it was going to happen?
Our base is under attack. Warning. Genetic mutator activated.
Now we don't have to worry about the genetic mutator for a little while.
Reinforcements ready.
Let's get into there. Ore refinery is almost finished, which is excellent.
Cannot deploy here.
Let's place that down. Nuke silo is also done. Let's place that down. Excellent. Next we've got the weather control device, I think.
Building.
Actually, not chronosphere.
Cancel.
We'll then get the weather control device after the chronosphere. But while we have a moment, we're going to get a repair depot because I don't want to be caught flat-footed without an allied construction
Our base
yard.
is under
Because this is in enemy territory, and it's only a matter of time before masterminds and other nonsense starts piling out. So I'd rather not be caught in that position. I don't have a lot of space though. This
New
works.
construction options.
We do want an industrial plant as well. We want a lot of things. Chronosphere is under construction at least. Might put the chronosphere there if we can fit it. Okay,
Construction complete.
chronosphere is ready. Let's place that down.
I know what your tactics are, General. And I can tell you, they won't work.
Building.
Yuri's trying to taunt us again. Not to worry though, we'll get our prism tower, our prism tanks.
base is under
Although I'm concerned about the psychic dominator.
Strong.
We need to make sure that we don't fall a cropper of such shenanigans.
Construction complete.
That should be sufficient once we're actually ready to go.
Our base is under attack.
Okay. Spy sat's ready. Excellent. good full view vision of the map will be useful. Let's get the weather control device. Place down the industrial plant anywhere it'll fit. There will do.
Our base is under attack.
Excellent.
Repairing.
The base is still defended now, thanks to the power of battle
Unit
bunkers.
promoted.
Mean, green, and unseen.
Oh, here comes the mastermind.
Creeping
Run! Run! Problem solved.
Promoted.
Ah, that's the power of the Psychic Dominator at work there.
Unit promoted.
We cannot rescue these troopers. We just have to rebuild.
on my way.
Let's reposition these Mirage tanks.
Orders.
At least the GIs can deploy for the duration. Okay. Well, at least that's out of the way for the time being. Let's now continue our production of units. So we can chrono shift over to here, where all that stuff is located. The weather control device will also be very useful to increase the power of that Alpha Strike.
Unit ready.
Okay. So far so good. I'm a bit concerned though that this is so exposed.
Repairing. Our base is under attack.
This area is not so exposed, this is
Repairing.
fine. Yeah, this is fine.
Construction complete.
Weather control device,
Unit
thank you.
ready.
That's now charging up. And we'll be ready before the Psychic Dominator is good to go. So let's make sure everything functions appropriately. I'm going to cancel those and make sure they're at the end of the queue.
On hold. Cancel.
And then do that. That should mean the battle fortresses come out before the genetic
Unit
mutator.
ready.
We need to make sure that this Psychic Dominator is dealt with 100% before anything else occurs. I don't want to have any shenanigans. And that's that really. I still don't have a barracks, so let's get that happening.
base is under
And then get some battle bunkers happening. Fortunately, this battle bunker will deal with these lashes without any problems.
Complete.
In fact, I could see many problems occurring in the near future. Let's quickly
On the move.
get an Allied racks up here,
Structure garrison.
and then quickly get an Allied war factory under production. I sense problems in the near future
Building.
Orders.
Our base
with all of these vehicles happening. The playing of my chrono miners.
Construction complete. Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Let's quickly get that going.
Structure garrison. Unit promoted.
So I now have a extra rack so I can
New rally
produce
point
things like
established.
spies and such.
Our base is under
Excellent.
repairing.
24/7.
Construction complete.
There it is.
There we are. The
Hemisphere ready.
Mean, green,
various enemies have been dealt with.
want some shade? On the
Run!
Unit lost.
Lashes.
Unit ready.
Quickly
Unit
hit that.
promoted. Unit lost.
Never mind. Psychic
Repairing.
genetic mutator went
Our
off.
base is under attack.
Alright.
Primary
Let's build
building
build
selected.
things that we need.
Training.
We need spies, we need engineers, we need Navy SEALs,
Warning.
and a bunch of
Genetic
Tesla
mutator
troopers.
Activated. Repairing. Repairing.
Alright. So the base has survived, just about.
Repairing. Unit ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Nukes is ready, Lightning Storm is the only thing we're waiting for now. I want to have every weapon at our disposal ready before we do any shenanigans.
tools of the trade.
Alright, you will be disguising as this slave. There we are, hop in there please.
The instrument of doom.
Need a repair? I won't be late. I won't be late.
Unit
Okay,
lost.
get out some engineers into
New
these
rally
battle
point
bunkers.
established.
Battle fortresses
Unit
rather.
lost. Building. Our base is under attack.
Okay, we need these battle bunkers up stat to protect ourselves against these enemies.
Our base is under attack.
Okay, the war factory is done. The backup war factory.
Unit
Can I fit it anywhere though? I could fit it there.
Our base
Backup war factory.
repairing.
There we are.
Repairing.
We're not under any immediate concerns now.
Unit ready.
Sensors cover me. We can make adjustments. Watch
Okay.
The instrument of doom.
forward.
Let's load up. We have our hit squad ready. Excellent.
Unit ready.
And all the super weapons that we need to get things done. Okay, well we'll have to queue up a few other things. Let's get a prison tower too for here, eh? This is such a vulnerable position. Oh, I could see something happen down here.
On hold.
Let's queue up a battle bunker and a barracks.
Building.
And once this area, once this has been sorted, we'll then
Construction complete.
deal with the next threat 2-hour progression.
Primary building selected.
Okay, let's not get conscripts. GIs, please.
Unit
Slam
ready.
down the battle bunker. We'll then get some prison towers.
Orders?
Okay.
Ready.
I've actually not managed to explain the industrial plant, have I? So the industrial plant, what that does is it decreases the price and also the build time of all vehicles by 25%. So that's quite useful.
Selected. Training.
Okay, let's get the remaining Tesla troopers into these
Ore miner under-
battle bunkers.
Our base is under attack.
Goodbye, Chrono Miner. Goodbye.
Primary building selected. Unit lost.
There's only a handful of GIs in these battle bunkers, but they're still doing a heroic effort.
On my way.
There we are.
Preparing.
Squared away, sir.
Goes to show the power of the battle bunker
Building.
is significant. Okay, the nuke is ready. The lightning storm is almost ready. Everything is basically as good to go as it will be, ever be. The base is repaired and defended.
Engineering.
I'm going to repair up this communication center, actually. Two conscripts can hop in there.
Storm ready.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Complete.
So let's make it happen, shall we? We're going to hit the lightning storm here.
Warning.
And we're going to nuke
Storm
it
created. Warning. Nuclear missile
for maximum
launched.
overkill. I want all of this to be absolutely bodied. It's not quite enough, but it will be in a
Select
moment.
Target.
Let's chrono shift.
Chronosphere ready. Warning. Chronosphere activated.
Okay, prison tanks, take care of the psychic towers, please.
Resolving target coordinates.
Unit promoted.
Excellent.
Target coordinates.
So this spy will then hop in here. Hop into here, please. Then they're going to unload these lot.
Infiltrated.
Then they're going to capture a barrack, capture these power plants.
Who's your daddy?
Okay, we're going to quickly build a racks.
Building.
Their power is offline, so we're going to quickly kill all these before their power is restored.
Our base is under attack.
Okay, barracks can now go down here. We're going to set it as primary. We're going to then get things like, I don't know, prison towers. We'll set those guys as control 1 while we're here.
Unit lost.
Let's better deal with the riffraff, shall we? There we are. Let's clear out the remainder of this little installation.
Our base is under
But this
attack.
place is going to service us quite well. We can use it as an expansion. And we've dealt with, once and for all, the Psychic Dominator, which means the next phase of my plan can now begin. The Naval Shipyard. Yes, it's going to be key to build a navy here in order to expand our influence. We also need to continue to build more prison towers to defend against things like this nonsense.
Unit lost.
There's a lot of enemies here. We need to build some dogs too. Doggies!
Our base is
There's a
under
lot of enemies here.
ore miner under attack.
Doggies!
Our base is under attack.
Thank you, dogs.
Repairing.
Good work. Let's repair up these bioreactors, might as well.
Our base is under attack.
Okay. Doing good work. We now have the Naval Shipyard. Let's quickly set it as primary and get a bunch of destroyers. Note the industrial plant will also affect destroyers. It is a decent choice. There's apparently one brute being savage here. We'll just kill him with this Nighthawk transport. Okay.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Okay, you can do whatever you want, really.
Keep the ore moving. Preparing
Unit
for
ready.
battle.
Okay, let's repair this up, but Squad 1 has done well. They've proven themselves worthy so far. These masterminds over here are a bit of a concern.
Nothing can
If we can avoid them though, we can pretty much clear the remainder of this
Base
base.
is under attack. Unit ready.
Having both super weapons also allows us to really soften up our enemies.
Let's see some action.
This one's pretty damaged actually.
For battle.
Goodbye.
Unit lost. Our base is under
Thank you.
attack.
Let's make a
Let's let them heal up for a moment. We don't have a second great group of units to teleport in just yet, but we'll get some prison towers ready, prison tanks ready, my apologies, and a group of apocalypse tanks. This is a bit concerning. We need to get some battle bunkers rebuilt.
Repairing. Unit lost.
Others will lose that area. Okay, so the destroyers are now all ready. So now we're going to tech into a naval shipyard of the Soviet side. This will allow us to get dreadnoughts, and we need a large group of dreadnoughts if we're going to handle what we need to do here. These guys are healing up nicely.
Construction complete.
Battle bunker is ready. Excellent. Let's drop these guys into it. Excellent.
Unit ready.
We might as well use the airborne here.
Garrison. Select target.
Nuclear missile and the weather storm are almost ready for a second wave of
Under attack.
attacking this area. I'd like to thin out all this nonsense. But first we will need to deal with the other things. We're going to set as primary the Soviet shipyard and then build 6 dreadnoughts. Not kidding, 6. We need these dreadnoughts to take out this whole coastal base. It's going to be very useful in that regard.
Lightning storm ready. Nuclear missile ready.
There is the possibility that we just chrono shift here on top of this construction
Unit
yard.
ready.
Could get some things done, that's for sure. But let's continue with our process of getting the dreadnoughts for the coastal battles. Now, I was waiting to do this until the Psychic Dominator had been taken care of, because before then, Yuri could have used that device to control my navy and then use it against me, which is quite devastating. As you can imagine. Let's get these guys into here. There's more magnetrons coming. So let's send these GIs off to help, shall we? There we are. Well, things are coming along quite smoothly. The navy is assembling.
Our base is under attack.
Let's see how the army here is assembling. Quite well, actually. I think if we... Let's give the super weapons a crack once the other things have been built properly. So they did destroy my bunker and then did nothing else. Okay.
Unit promoted.
Let's just keep attacking them, I guess. I'll just build another battle bunker down here. It's not a problem.
Unit promoted.
Fair enough.
Ready.
Well, this guy can come down here to garrison this bunker and the rest can just come back up here.
Unit
There you go,
ready.
hop back in.
Structure garrison. Reinforcements ready. Our base is under attack.
Just destroy that, please.
Repairing. Unit promoted. Unit ready. Repairing. Unit promoted.
Problem solved.
Taking it close.
It's all working out quite nicely. Is this ready for a chrono shift? It
Base
is.
is under attack.
Well, let's send out the super weapon, shall we?
Warning. Lightning storm.
See, we'll use his
Select target.
defense shield here to defend his construction yard, but we can actually deploy a little bit of subtlety here. We can let everything be lightning struck down,
Select target.
and then
Unit lost.
nuke it.
Warning. Nuclear missile launched. Our base is under attack. Repairing. Ore miner under attack. Unit ready.
Excellent, that's really softened up that construction yard. It's time now to chrono shift.
Unit lost.
We do have, unfortunately, lost some units.
Genetic mutator activated. Warning.
Let's quickly hit this construction yard and then hit that barracks.
Unit lost.
We'll probably lose this force. I'm okay with that. I just want to see this barracks gone. Kill it.
Unit lost.
Excellent. That means he can't produce any more infantry or vehicles from this area. That's excellent.
Power supreme.
And this navy is also now pretty much developed. So we're going to get them here and we're going to start getting them to hammer this genetic mutator.
Aye, Commander.
Unit lost.
Apparently the mastermind here had some problems, but hey.
Armageddon is here.
We're going to use these forces soon. I'm just concerned about the amount of mind control that is
Our
around.
base is under attack.
Missile ready.
These destroyers are just there just in case some boomers are in the area. It can happen, and it's an unsightly thing when it does occur. Okay, well, we're already hammering both of these things at the same time from the offshoot missiles. Goodbye, genetic mutator. That won't be rebuilt anytime soon, will it? Let's now hit the Gatling cannon here, just to make it a little bit easier. This particular area has yet to sell up. It might need to get rid of this lot as well. Let's just, to be safe, get another group of units that we can just bomb it with the chronosphere.
Building.
It is regrettable, of course. Like, for example, we lost this area to my own units. It's a bit unfortunate, but...
Unit lost.
Regrettable, but those oil derricks have served their purpose by now.
Ready.
So... we'll probably just have to get rid of this lot here. I think this still counts as a production structure. But our super weapons are charging up quite nicely, so... I'm not particularly concerned.
Panels charged.
So the chronosphere is already almost recharged, frankly. The missiles are also converging on this construction yard of Yuri. That's his last construction yard. That's gotta hurt. Let's get rid of this barracks.
Base is under attack.
I suppose I should explain. This is purple, this is pink. That's why I'm explaining it like this base is actually distinct from this base. So... and even with all these Gatling tanks destroying missile after missile, there's just so many missiles that things are just dying left, right and centre. It's not going to be too long before things really start getting real.
Unit ready.
No more floating discs for you, Yuri? Let's go and destroy this battle lab. That should get things done.
Unit ready.
I don't think the destroyers can hit anything on the coast, unfortunately, because of the cliffs, the double cliffs here, but hey. Yeah, it's completely impassable to them.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, Commander.
Chronosphere ready.
Things are certainly getting serious.
Base is under attack.
Wow, the masterminds had their way with me. They just walked up and took all my stuff. Let's move away a bit, shall we? We have a chrono shift.
Select target. Chronosphere ready.
Let's
Unit
deploy.
ready. Warning, chronosphere activated.
Annihilate. The end.
Take out these units.
Unit lost.
Get rid of that cloning bats.
Storm ready.
The radar.
Unit lost.
It's now just a matter of destroying enough things so Yuri will sell up. Like just taking out chunks of things left, right and
Missile
centre.
ready.
We do have a super weapon combo available. I think it's time to start dealing some serious damage.
Select target.
Let's take out all of these bioreactors.
Nuclear missile launched. Select target.
And we'll take care of all of these base defense structures, I think. Well, these ones I can just hit with my units. We'll hit with these.
Lightning storm created.
Eradicate them.
Let's keep our apocalypse tanks back, shall we?
Resolving target point. Focusing light energy.
Unit promoted.
Focusing light energy.
There we are. As you can see, things are struggling over here. They're really struggling to hit this, that's for sure. Everything else is being hit.
Unit promoted.
Drunk units.
Calculating reflection arcs.
Let's hope they can hit that without
Resolving
opening
target
themselves to
coordinates.
attack. I think they did open themselves to attack here.
Calculating reflection arcs. Estimating distortion charge.
That's too close, guys. Too close. Hit this instead.
Calculating reflection arcs. Lens shifters in working condition.
There we are. We're really chewing through them. Let's hit that instead. This is just silly. Alright, let's get another group of units that we can use. I think it's time to get a robot control and then just walk through and destroy some of these psychic towers. This is a bit annoying.
Ship reporting. Ship reporting. Vessel ready.
So those three can hit that. Can you guys hit that? Oh, hit that? Oh, well.
Ship
We know how attacking this
Vessel
goes.
ready. Course set. Vessel ready.
Fire at will.
The instrument.
The cell logic in this game is a bit odd. It's got to be said.
Armageddon is here.
Like when he chooses to cell up and when he doesn't.
The instrument of doom.
Unit promoted.
Soviet power supreme.
I'm a bit concerned about attacking into that. Oh, this player's sold up.
Brainwave overload.
Okay, he's gonna blow up soon.
Yes,
Alright, we've destroyed enough of this player that it's sold up.
Close and fire.
Let's head over here and then use our boats to destroy all of this section here. Good old dreadnoughts. They're all storming towards this area.
Panels charged. Reflection arcs. Compensating for terrain loss.
Let's just run. No, never mind. I'm gonna airborne over here, see if we can get rid of this battle lab.
Base is under attack. Repairing.
I think we're getting there. I think we're almost done. Maybe it's all these slave miners are currently charging us.
Sphere ready.
On my way.
Unit lost.
Brainwave overload.
Our base is under attack.
They're gonna all mind control themselves to death.
Repairing. Unit lost.
Slave miners, of course, are quite threatening because of how sturdy they are.
Our base
But
is under attack.
I think we should be okay.
Our base is under attack.
This lot should be okay.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
So there's just one Yuri base to go. We're doing a good job. Let's just get a few more vehicles, shall
Our
we?
base is under attack. Unit lost. Repairing.
I think we're nearly done here. Oh no, my poor slave. Slave was defeated.
Orders.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Unit promoted.
I'm not sure what it is. Like, is it the fact of cutting their power is what's enough to make them panic? I'm not sure. And we're certainly making progress with our dreadnoughts.
Unit ready.
Even with the wonky beachheads.
Prism sensors stable. Compensating for terrain.
Okay. I don't know if these guys can hit this tower safely. I don't think they will be able to.
Captain on the bridge.
Okay, it's just the base defenses to go, really. Like a group of prism tanks should just be able to clear this pretty easily.
Air transport ready.
We also have some more super weapons to lob in there. Also, this War Factory has seen better days. It's got to be said. Alright, we should also build a new War Factory over here, frankly.
Reinforcements ready. Unit
Okay,
ready.
more reinforcements.
Select target.
Speaking of reinforcements, prison tanks are heading out. This should be enough. I'll send this lot in. Okay, let's keep you hitting things. Well, actually, I'm just going to
Select
nuke this.
target. Warning. Nuclear missile launched.
Orders. On my way. On my way. Safety first, sir. Square away,
Lightning
sir.
storm ready.
Attacking.
Construction complete.
I'm now going to lightning storm this lot.
Warning. Lightning storm created.
Okay, that was enough. That was enough. The wave begins.
Our base is under attack. Primary.
Let's get some Terra drones out, just to be safe.
Repairing.
Here come
Unit
my
ready.
former
Unit
friendly
lost.
units, which will, however, give me some units that I can then use. Welcome back, boys.
Unit lost.
Checking connection.
How about you just walk over and stand by that hill? Yeah, Terra drones are also a very good counter to these units. Because they can't be mind controlled.
How about a swim?
And they just destroy them from within, casually.
Our base is under attack.
Problem solved.
How about a swim?
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Problem solved.
Soviet power. They will run in fear.
Let's send in the Navy SEAL, shall we? I think we've done it.
Swim.
Our base is under attack.
Oh no, the engineer. What will he do?
Soviet
He's going to whack me over the head with his suitcase. Bat me with his umbrella. Got him.
Reinforcements ready.
Not the single mind-controlled apocalypse tank's going to kill the Navy SEAL. Well, I think we're almost there. Let's just build some stuff. Well,
Unit ready. Select.
I wonder if I can time this perfectly.
Chronosphere ready. Warning. Chronosphere activated.
Missed! Gave it a go.
Unit lost.
Let's just send in the Terror drones. They're all heading to the left side, of course. Try to deal with my slaves.
Repairing. Building. Primary building selected. New rally point established. Unit ready. New rally point established.
The apocalypse tanks are marginally
Our base
threatening.
is under attack.
Marginally. But I have battle bunkers.
Primary building selected.
Oh, that problem
Construction
solved.
complete.
I guess I'm going to have my own tank destroyed by my own terror drone, but hey, that's what I get for trying to solve problems practically. Let's just let them run into the towers. These last remaining initiates and it'll all be over. Go, dogs.
Unit lost.
Yeah!
Mission accomplished.
The whole world now knows your true brilliance as a commander. Your image is appearing on stamps in every nation across the globe, and a worldwide holiday has been declared in your honor. Well, I suppose it's only appropriate. The guy who just eventually destroyed enough buildings so Yuri sold everything. That's what they're going to call me.
Listen to me. You will obey.
You behave, or there'll be no dessert tonight.
I'm Yuri. And you will obey.
We've got a nice, safe spot for him to live out his days. Professor Einstein calls it a psychic isolation chamber. Thanks to you, Commander, he won't be able to mind control a fly. What's going on?
We're picking up a time distortion wave, General.
It is the two timelines, Lieutenant. They are merging. One series of events must take precedence over the other.
Timelines merging in 3, 2, 1. We are now at DEFCON 2.
What the devil is going on, Lieutenant?
He's surfaced, Mr. President.
How you been, Mr. President?
General Carville. How?
Did you ever hear of time travel, sir?
What do you think? President's having a victory bash at the White House tonight, so I thought maybe you might...
You coming, Commander?
That wasn't supposed to happen. Professor! Doc! Yeah, you still have that time machine, right? Good. Could you send me back in time, like 2 hours? I don't think you got your timeline straight. Catch you on the replay?
And so concludes the Yuri's Revenge Allied campaign. And of course, if you believe in the game known as Red Alert 3, that is set up after this victory, I believe. Because, yeah, of course, at the present time, we've actually managed to form a peace treaty with the Soviets and effectively end the war without having to depose Romanov or anything like that. So, in theory, this is as close as you get to a happy ending for for Yuri's Revenge. Of course, I mean, unless you're a fan of Yuri, then you're just gonna get wrecked, I guess. But hey, it's certainly a fun campaign, a more challenging campaign, it's got to be said, than the first game, the original base game. Like, I had to take multiple attempts of some levels for this one. So, yeah. One part especially I felt I had trouble with was the par times, because like the first game's par times was like, yeah, as long as you don't take 2 hours, you're fine. Whereas this was like, actually, unless you literally never make a mistake, you're gonna not have enough time. So, yeah, that was my experience at least. I'm sure there's people who are far better at the game than I am, but hey, nonetheless, I enjoy this expansion. I like how Yuri is actually the most important character in this cast. Also was amused by Tanya showing up at the end there after we hadn't literally seen her for like 3 levels. It was like, oh yes, that's right, I remember you, Tanya. You basically nicked off after the start of the game. Nonetheless though, we went all over the world in this one. Both to London, to Australia, to Egypt, and of course America as well. And a little bit of Argentina or Chile, I forget actually which one. I forget who currently holds Tierra del Fuego, to be honest, but nonetheless though, it was a good fun campaign, and I am happy to have brought it to you today. I hope you'll enjoy the Soviet campaign, which will be coming up next after this campaign is concluded, after the credits are finished of course, in the next episode of Yuri's Revenge. After both campaigns are concluded, I've also made the decision that I'll take an episode or two just to demonstrate Yuri's faction, because Yuri's faction of course is not playable in the campaign, so I'd like to take that time to say, you know what, I'm going to show off what Yuri can do. Yuri is generally considered to be a little bit more on the overpowered side in multiplayer. I'm not a multiplayer player, I'm not familiar with the meta at all, so I'm not going to be the one to say that's true or not. But I could certainly see where people might be coming from with the slave miners being able to harvest from anywhere on the map in equal efficiency. The fact that the slave miners basically combine the benefits of both the chrono miner and the war miner at once, that's quite powerful. Personally, I find Gatling weapons to be very, very powerful. And of course, mind control is such a power shift of an ability, right? Like going from before both of you had one thing. Now you not only have one thing that you started with, you have his thing as well. So his down -1, your +1, straight out. So certainly strong. Floating discs are apparently quite good as well, because they can turn off your base defenses if they can hover above them, as well as turn off your power, steal money. It's amazing. And that apparently is the end of the credits. I didn't really pay much attention to them, but the game was good. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here at KonfluxGames.